Hey everybody, it's just a quick look at the Little Elf Helpers seasonal set from Lego, and it's a quick look because there's really not much that you can do with this set beyond building it and then just looking at it. Here's the first of the elves. This is the brown-haired one, and note the very pointy ears and the fact that the cap is folded over to one side. You can, in addition to rotating the head 360 degrees, you can bring the arms out like this. They're just hinged with hinge plates, and you can bring them in about that close. They have clips. Each one has clips for hands to be able to hold on to a tool or some sort of utensil thing. It's really built onto the chair. The chair looks kind of nice. You know, it has the gold elements. I like the color scheme of the chair. And you know, you've got arm shaping to this guy, so they've put some kind of shoulder detail there, and it's very striped down here. It's a very Bavarian looking outfit to me. And if you take this partially apart, the closest you can come to getting it to stand is something like that, I think. And that actually works, so it does give you another completely different option that is still kind of valid and doesn't require any additional pieces. This elf has the yellow blonde hair and a different outfit, slightly different color scheme. The red arms here, still the same articulation as on the other one, and this one presently has by default a different set of tools. So a palette over here, painter's palette, and a paintbrush. Those will fit the normal way into clips, just like they would with a minifigure, and they just use the black ice cream cone piece to hold up the palette, since that has a bar-sized connection on the base of it that's not very long, so they just made it have an extension there so it could stand up from it. Speaking of standing up, let me try the same thing with this one that I did with the other. There we go, something like that. You actually can bring the legs out to the front, but it doesn't balance very well. So if I did this, it can stand, but it really wants to fall back. It really wants to fall back, so it's best to keep the arms forward if you do want to see the stockings a little bit closer to the front. But for longer term display, it's a lot safer. You have less times that you'll need to pick it up. If you just do it like that, it might look a little bit awkward, but definitely balances a lot better. And then this is the workbench with a toy on it that's just being finished up. It looks like it has a little bit of unpainted area, so that's a bottle of paint. These are all paint bottles back here. I think this one's supposed to be for water, the transparent yellow one. Maybe not, but yeah, it looks like it's just being painted. This is just a block of wood that has yet to be worked on to turn it into a toy. Got some tools over here, tool rack, including very much not Thor's hammer. That's not Mjolnir at all. No, it's just a plain hammer. It's just like a small mallet of sorts. I mean, it's really small for these elves, right? I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. I'm guessing it's materials, just maybe they're just stacking blocks. Maybe they're supposed to represent what were those, like 8 by 16 or maybe 6 by 14, something like that. The old Lego bricks that were large but full brick thick. But use that however you want. The one thing that's disappointing to me here is that there isn't a second toy. There's just one, and they don't really give you the parts to make something else. I would have liked to see pieces that you could convert into an actual toy, so you could kind of simulate the process of building something. But they just give you one thing. I'm assuming it's a locomotive, but it could also be a truck. And that's just it. A couple of very derpy looking Lego buildable elves that really, like I say, are just for the sake of building them for the season and also using them for display. I find the set a little bit underwhelming. My wife absolutely adores it. Let me know what you think though. Different people clearly are going to have very different opinions, so share yours in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you again soon.